Roma gypsies living in Wexford broke into a Mr. iPhone store and stole a large number of iPhones. So this footage I have here today is from late last night. Management says they are a constant problem. From personal experience, these people come over from Eastern European countries just to live on the dole, not contribute to the country in any way, not in lifestyle, not in economy, not in culture or heritage. They're pickpocketers, they rob a lot. It's just an absolute terrible situation with a lot of Roma gypsies. And here we have the CCTV proof of it. So I've said a million times on this channel, we are in a war, guys, between the illegal immigrants and the people that shouldn't be here, okay? Because these people should not be here. You saw the guy there, he started, two guys, and you saw what happened in this video. Two guys walked into the shop. One guy started to go at the actual case, like where they're holding the iPhones. These are brand new iPhones, by the way. I believe the iPhone 17 Pro Max just came out. That's a €1,500 phone, lads. That's savage expensive. Like, for someone like us to afford that, you have to be on quite a good salary as an Irish person. Obviously, the Roma gypsies are taking the welfare, taking the dole, so they can't afford these things, or maybe they can. You know, I see some Romanian gypsies on welfare. They're getting €750 a week because they have 15 kids or they have 10 kids or whatever. And you can see as he was breaking through the actual glass of the case, he destroyed half of the glass. So that's, again, damage to property. So completely damaged the property right there. And obviously to break in, they probably broke the front door or they picked the lock or something on the front door. And then they stole a bunch of phones. They stole at least 4 or 5 phones there. I mean, these are brand new, extremely expensive phones, like I said. I mean, this is heavy, heavy prison time. But the judges here in Ireland, they don't really give these people that heavy prison time. And it's good that this person in Wexford put out the CCTV immediately. Okay, this only happened a couple of days ago. It's good they took the CCTV and threw it out quickly, lads, because we need to see these people. Ireland needs to be aware of the criminals and crime that's walking around on the roads and the streets of Ireland, because for so long the mainstream media has protected these people. They don't show us pictures of these people. They don't show us this. They don't show us that. You know, when you watch RTE Crime Call or whatever it's called, they don't tell us the actual description of the person. They just say, well, he was wearing a black hoodie and a black pair of pants, or, you know, he was wearing blue jeans and a white t-shirt, or blue jeans and a black t-shirt. That's literally everybody in Ireland. You know, it's like just a ridiculous description. They don't tell us where the people are from. There's no monitor of actual crime statistics in this country to monitor race of people or whatever, nationality or background of anybody. So we don't measure these things because they see it as prejudiced or racist, but it's like, these are just facts. You know, if a certain amount of people are committing certain crime, like Roma gypsies, then maybe there should be a curtailment, maybe there should be an investigation into organized crime in these communities, you know? So it's just ridiculous, guys. I really hated to watch that video. Like, Wexford as well is a quiet place. Wexford is beautiful, quiet little, you know, town, city. I wouldn't even call it a city. It's just so small and quiet. And then you have these guys roaming around at 9:30 at night when you should be getting ready to go to bed. They're out here, you know, looking for opportunities to rob, steal, and commit crimes. Ridiculous. Like, in my personal opinion, these guys aren't adding to society. If they're just living on the dole, the welfare, they shouldn't be here. You know, these people should all be deported. There should be an audit in this country. They should lock down the borders for a few years and do an audit. Who's supposed to be here? Who's not supposed to be here? Are you working? Are you just living off welfare? What are you doing in this country? Like, you know, I would completely change this nation if I was in charge. I don't know how the hell the government haven't implemented any of these things. It's just ridiculous, guys. Like, these fat leeches need to be kicked off the flipping streets and roads of Ireland and sent back to wherever hellhole they came from, all right? But that will never happen because there's so many self-hating Irish people. The next video we have here, woman on TikTok, of course, the caption says, "The face I make when I see the Irish flag everywhere and know it has nothing to do with Irish pride." Now, my question would be to these left-wing, woke, liberal weirdos, if it has nothing to do with Irish pride, what has the flag got to do with anything then? What has the flag got to do with? Because they're basically trying to suggest that putting up the Irish flag causes division, divide, and is racist and is bigoted, when it's anything but that, guys. You know, it's to show that we're a nationalist country, we're patriotic people, and we want to keep the country pushing and making Ireland first, basically, putting Ireland before everybody else. I mean, that's a pretty... So basically, it's a pointless TikTok video. It's 6 seconds of her just frowning and looking more ugly and pig-like than normal, which you wouldn't even think is possible. But it is. If you're an Irish person and you're so disgusted looking at seeing the tricolour, your own personal flag, and this is what I mean by self-hating Irish people. In this country, we have tons of people that just hate each other. And it's kind of messed up. Like, I don't understand how you can look at your fellow Irish person, your fellow Irish man and woman, and not be happy. Like me, truly, guys, I want everybody to be happy, all nationalities and all that thing. That's, of course, good. But when I look at my own people, let's say an Irish guy or whatever, I kind of do get the sense of like, oh, I want this person to do well. I want this person to do really well. It's the same way every other nationality and color of people look at everybody of their own people as well. Like, it'd be sort of weird if you were to look at your own Irish people and not want them to do well. Like, that would be super weird to me, guys. And I don't understand people that are like that. To hate your own people is so weird. It's just, like I said, self-hating. You want the destruction of your own country. You don't want to see Irish people around anymore. That's basically what these women, you know, these feminists and these weird women are saying. They don't want their own people to be around in Ireland anymore. And it's just sick, guys. It's a weird mental illness that they have. And hopefully somebody can wake them up someday. Hopefully my videos get across to them how weird that is. You know, you want your own people to do well. It's not like white supremacists or white nationalists to think that. It's just regular, like, okay, my ancestors were probably around when her ancestors were around Ireland. They probably were friends. Maybe they were best friends back in the day. Maybe my ancestors were best friends with some of your ancestors watching. So how can I now look at you as an Irish person and say, oh, I don't want that person to do well? You know, it's so weird, guys. It's a weird mental illness that they have. Ireland is a small place. My ancestors probably absolutely were friends with some of your ancestors. You know, my dad's Irish ancestors have been here for how long? They're buried up there in Tuam, you know, on the bog. So, you know, they probably were related and they probably knew so many different people, had relationships with everybody, and they probably had relationships with many people watching these videos. You know, everyone is interlinked, guys. Our ancestors, you feel from your ancestors, and you know, you can feel passion and love for your fellow Irish man and woman. It's so weird now that in 2025, Irish people hate their flag, their fellow Irish man and women. It's such a weird thing to experience. Never in history has that been the case, you know. Now your own people hate you. You know, you're friends with everybody else, everyone else from different nationalities, but then your own people hate you. It's a very odd feeling, guys. Very strange feeling. The last news story we have here today is this disgusting rubbish pile. Now, Ben Scallon put up a post and he said, lifelong Dublin here. So he's lived in Dublin his whole life. This is typical, by the way. If you're not from Dublin and you're thinking, yikes, that's bad, but I'm sure it's just an anomaly. It's not. This is a very common sight. Now, I didn't know this. I live in Galway. I don't live in Dublin, guys. And this doesn't happen in Galway. Like, we clean up the rubbish off the side of the road. Like, there's always like the county council every morning cleaning up the streets of Galway and, you know, Sligo and Cork all the time. But this is horrendous, guys. You know, this doesn't seem like it's homegrown as well. You know, and I hope that Irish people wouldn't see this as okay as well. This is horrendous, guys. I mean, first and foremost, where's the county council handling this? You know, is the government not handling, you know, sanitation properly in the country? Like, where's the flipping bin men? It's just awful, man. This is just an awful sight. Could you imagine tourists coming to the city to see this? This is the first thing when they land off the plane. Oh, let's go check out the city, lads. And they see this as they walk down the road. I mean, it gives a really, really, really bad impression of the city. I mean, this is horrendous. I've never seen a rubbish pile like this in Ireland in my life. I'll be honest, guys. I don't go to Dublin much, but I've never seen a rubbish pile like this in my life, lads. Like, this is crazy stuff. This is like, this is like some sort of flipping slumdog millionaire. Like we're in the flipping slums of South Sudan or something. I don't know. They have like recycling with the normal rubbish. So supposedly there should be 2 bins there. And I will say this though, one thing I've noticed once I've gone overseas quite a bit, in Ireland we have a huge lack of bins and we have a huge lack of toilets. There's no bins and toilets anywhere in Ireland. Like, it's ridiculous. Anytime you're looking for a bin or looking to use the bathroom to go pee quickly, there's none. There's none ever, or like you have to pay, or they're like hidden. There's no public ones, We're out to Canada, US, flipping where else, like the UK, there's bins and toilets everywhere, So we have a very lack. The government need to pay the bin men more, they need to build public toilets. All this infrastructure should be pushed along because there's so much more people in the city. Like, look at Dublin now. They say Dublin's 1 million people. I would say Dublin's probably 1.5 million, nearly 2 million. Like, Dublin has a massive amount of people now because they keep flooding people in from God knows where. And this is just going to be everyday life now. There's just going to be rubbish on the streets, and everybody kind of passes the buck. Oh, you do it. Oh, I'm not going to do it. You do it. Oh, I'm not going to do it. You do it. They keep handing over the jobs. Like, nobody's going to do it. And then it's just left on the side of the road like this. It's just, it's crazy, lads. I think that this is just a flipping travesty, man. Country's going downhill quickly. Somebody needs to take control and fix the place. I love you all. If you want to support me so I can support you, hit the join link underneath the video. We have 32 members. Become a member for just €3 per month. And yeah, man, hope you all enjoyed that video. Loads more news reports coming. And hopefully I'll be able to live stream a lot more now, because I got the setup going good here. And I'll see you all in the next one, lads. Peace.